Just two adjacent girls living in a lovely world. They took a podcast train going anywhere, but kind of specifically through Austin, Texas. Yeah, hook 'em horns.
Hi guys, it's that time again where we get to pay the bills for the month of August. And every episode, every interview, every hike, every movie day, every community gathering, it all happens because people choose to support what we're doing.
And you guys, we have to start by recognizing our adjacent ballers. We now have 2 adjacent ballers, and they are $100 a month supporters of the podcast.
Woo woo!
I mean, such a huge support, and their support doesn't end there. I mean, Benita's been out traveling, celebrating her birthday and softball and such, and she's been putting our stickers everywhere. Jessica's in Europe putting our stickers everywhere, and the balling does not stop with the monthly donation for sure.
That's
And
true.
so, yeah, and there's so much going on over at Adjacent, and so we're so grateful for the support. We also have our sister Casey is a $25 donor each
Wow.
month, and
How
so
generous.
and just so you guys, just being part of Patreon at a $0 free membership is beneficial to us.
That's
We have a $5 group, we have a $10 group, and we have 25 and 100, and it just helps us pay for studio time and marketing and such. So we really appreciate it. We also over at Patreon, we have so many extras. Jody, tell us about the extras over there.
Oh my gosh. Well, Shelly has her own book club there, and we do where we let our flag fly all over the place. We just have little tidbits. We talk about Bravo. We do early releases. You get to see everything on video that we're doing in studio or on StreamYard.
Yes.
There's a lot going on there, and we keep adding more and more every week. So
Yes. It is. It is. I kind of see it as a variety show.
yeah, it's a one-stop shop for sure.
It's a one-stop shop after the yeehaw, deny until you die, until they die. But so much, we're able to go so much deeper on our interviews and tell you so much more with so many links and such. So we really, really give Patreon a try. And thank you so much to our ballers, Jessica Hogan Montanez and Benita Trevino.
Thank you so much. Now let's give some love to our amazing August monthly sponsors. A huge thank you to Adrian Gravy with JB Goodwin Realtors, helping families find the perfect place to call home throughout Central Texas. The Wine Fix, boy, has it saved my life. Making celebrations just a little easier by helping you feel your very best before you enjoy your favorite glass of wine. And of course, Cornucopia Popcorn, bringing handcrafted gourmet popcorn that's perfect for movie nights, gifts, parties, and honestly, just because.
I mean, we couldn't do this without all of you. We really couldn't. Why, Jody?
Whether you're a sponsor, a Patreon member, or a listener, someone who shares an episode with a friend, or someone who simply tells people about the podcast, you're helping us build something really special. We need you to be part of this for it to work.
If you're interested in becoming a September adjacent podcast sponsor, please reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you and get you on board and make sure the commercial is marketing your stuff the way you want it to be marketed. And just so you know, our listeners are primarily in Central Texas and primarily women from 45 to 60. And so that is a great group of people to be marketing to. If you are, have a boutique in Austin, if you provide pest control or house, tree cutting or what have you, a spa, anything like that. Our demographic is the demographic you want to market to 100%.
So reach out to Shelly Gravy and let's build something amazing together. Now let's pay the bills and
Texas.
yeehaw. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent. We are in studio today, all the way at Record ATX, and we have Nellie Ligarde in the house. We're so glad you're here.
Her beautiful smile.
I know. You walk in and it's just like a ray of sunshine.
It is. It's a bright light.
Thanks.
Yeah. The mom of two beautiful boys.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I can't wait to just
They are
get
my
to know even more.
pride and joy.
They
Over
are.
my whole life. Yeah.
They are. Tell us their names again.
So Max is 21.
Oh,
gosh,
and
I cannot
Benno is
believe that.
18 now,
Oh,
and
my
he's now off
land.
to college. So I'm going to be empty nesting.
Empty nesting.
What?
Full empty
I'm
nest.
not ready.
It's hard.
But neither of them are going to be far away. So like Max is in San Antonio at UTSA,
Nice.
and he'll be a senior. We were just talking about how many hours he has to take and like wrap up. And
Right.
he's studying business analytics. And then Benno is going to Texas State.
Go Bobcats.
So he'll be, and I'm a Bobcat too. So like, whoop, whoop. I'm really glad he's going to be on the water. I'm glad he's going to be
Yes.
close to home. He said he'd come home often. So
So the
Maybe.
perfect
See.
empty nesting.
Yeah.
It is the perfect. I mean,
It's
I
not
feel like
far. That's
I feel like
kinda
Texas State is like the perfect empty nesting.
yes. Well, and even San Antonio, it was
Yeah.
very manageable. Like if I
Yes.
really missed him and if he really got homesick, he came home. He decided to spend this whole summer here, staying with my
Wow,
mom,
Nice.
helping his Nana because she's 81 now. And,
Wow. How nice.
Yeah.
How
and my
nice of
mom is
them.
actually, she's a 5-time cancer survivor.
Wow.
Or she still has it, but she's kicking its butt. And
Oh my
yeah.
God.
So-
Oh my land.
Wow.
I know. We call her the
Wow.
Terminator.
Terminator.
Oh,
That's
wow.
lovely. Yeah. Or we say bad weeds don't die.
There you go. There you go. I know.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
We love it.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
So where were you born?
So I was born in Laredo,
Laredo. Oh,
Laredo, Texas.
Nice.
And we moved here, I think 1984.
okay.
So I was pretty young. I was, 6 or 7 years old. We moved into Eanes ISD because my mom heard the schools there were the best. And my brother was already in high school, and he was, just really bright and curious and athletic. And like she really wanted to find the best school for him. And my oldest sister, who was also in high school, I think they must have been freshmen and sophomores.
Uh-huh.
My oldest siblings are they're like Irish triplets. So,
Okay.
Right.
yeah. And then my other sister was in 7th grade.
Wow.
And then I was just a baby. I was,
Okay. So
yeah.
four of y'all.
yeah.
That's
And
so
you
cute.
were the oopsie baby because they had the bing, 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 and then they had a moment, and then they had another.
Yeah. I mean, I came along later. And
Yeah, that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. I have a different father than my
Okay.
siblings.
Got it,
So,
got it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm
you
the
came to
baby.
Austin when you were in elementary.
Yeah.
Um,
Forest Trail.
What brought y'all to Austin?
So Laredo is just too small for my mom.
Mhm.
She's a big spirit. And she wanted something different for us, like a
Right.
more cultured, like liberal place to kind of flourish. And she needed to spread her wings too. Laredo was just too boxed in.
Mm-hmm.
And she had grown up in kind of this like society there that was very tight knit.
Too many parameters.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my grandfather had passed away. So there was really not anything really holding us there. We had some family. We've always gone back for like weddings and funerals. And
Yeah.
like my sisters did the Martha Washington thing,
Yeah.
but I wasn't into it.
You weren't into it. No.
No.
Now, you do have a grandfather who was a state legislature.
Yeah. So he served in the House of Representatives in the 70s, I believe.
Okay.
I think he did, I don't know, maybe 5 terms.
Wow.
And he was part of that like Dirty 30 Democrats.
Uh-huh.
So,
yes.
Dirty
But,
dog Democrat.
yeah. But
Oh.
back then it was a lot more like, bipartisan and
Mhm.
really like,
Oh yeah, that was
he was friends with everybody.
Right.
And he had come from like one of the poorest parts of Texas in Laredo. And so
Right.
he really wanted to serve, the people of his community. So he wrote bills for migrant workers. He wrote bills for public education, like for funding. I don't know. I have to really like research it
That's
more. But my
incredible,
mom's
though.
told me about how something about like the horse betting and like, like, I guess the lotto, like some of that funding going to
Yeah.
Texas
Wow.
education.
What was his name?
Honoré Ligarde.
Oh,
Okay.
what a cool name.
Yeah. I used to take my P's students for field trips over there, and we'd always go like find his picture on the wall on all the different things.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
So cool.
My son Benno looks exactly like him.
Oh, really?
Like doppelganger.
That's
It's
so
crazy.
cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet he went to the cloakroom a little bit here and there.
Yeah, I was like, did he sneak over to did he introduce you to the
Probably.
cloakroom?
Yeah.
I love the
I know we
cloakroom.
used to go to that steakhouse, the Hofbrau.
Hofbrau,
Yeah, because
yeah.
we used to always go. My mom would like reminisce about, and
Oh my
she grew
gosh.
up, here when he was like still going to law school.
Yeah.
And
Or when he was in session, she probably came with him.
I don't think so much. I think she was already older.
Okay.
Because she was born in 45.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wow.
But when he was studying at UT, because he had degrees from like UT and A&M and maybe Tech. I don't know. He was a learned man.
He was bipartisan in his education as well.
Yeah. Right.
Well, and back at that time, in the 80s and such, I would go to the tavern and both parties would just sit and debate things at the tavern.
Yes,
and it was
that's true.
just more, it felt more hometown, like real, like you had a voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we would sit on both sides and have great conversations, and
Mhm.
all these legislators would come in, and Ann Richards would come in, and it was just like,
Yeah.
what's happening?
Yeah.
This is
She's such a
amazing.
hero.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
I love Ann
Yeah.
Richards.
Oh, yeah.
And I
for
think,
sure.
my grandfather was like friends with all these great,
Mhm.
cool people.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of old Austin
Very
history. I was just
exciting.
really young, so it's like I remember bits and pieces. But my
Yeah.
mom has great stories about it all.
I do. We worked at Lake Hills, and I remember one time Ann Richards and Barbara Jordan came in to watch a movie together, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening! I can't wait to tell my mom."
I know. It was so crazy. I just watched a video that Dolly Parton came into the Driscoll,
Mm-hmm.
and across the way was Ann Richards, and they walk up to each other and they were like, "I love you," and "I love you,"
Yeah,
and that the whole restaurant just stopped and turned around to
I
watch
bet
them.
it was quite a sight to
Oh
see.
my
Yeah.
gosh!
I need that on a
I have
t-shirt.
goosebumps. Yeah.
I'm sure somebody's already put them
exactly.
all on a t-shirt.
Yes, for
Exactly. Oh
sure.
my gosh!
It should be like the Mount Rushmore of like.
That's what I
you
was
know.
thinking.
the Mount Rushmore for sure. Oh my gosh!
So you went to Eanes schools.
Back and forth. So we'd
Okay.
come from in Laredo. I had attended Catholic school.
Oh wow.
Only. And so when we came here, it was a real shock to me. And, just to be like really frank, there was so much bigotry in those schools at that time.
sorry, Sha.
It's like mid 80s.
Mhm.
I'm the most Latino looking of my family, but my mom calls me the coconut because I'm like dark on the outside. Like, I didn't speak Spanish because I wouldn't tell her why, but I was
Oh.
getting teased at
You're
school.
getting that's terrible.
Yeah. And down the road, it led to me wanting to study bilingual education.
Yes.
And, like having a real passion for ESL learning. And
Mhm.
so all those things, played into what would become later in my life.
Enrich your life in a better way.
Yeah. But it was tough. So I hated it. And I was like, I want to go back to Catholic school. So I went to St. Ignatius.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
lovely.
And I went there for, I don't know, I think a year and a half. And then all my neighborhood friends still went to the public school that I was zoned to. So it's like, well, I want to be with my friends again. So I went back and I actually did public school like the second half of 5th grade
Mhm.
through junior high. And, junior high is tough for any girl, especially girls. I feel like it's maybe, I don't know. I
call it a holding tank for hormones. Like it is.
Yeah.
rough. Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough. And, I was trying on just kind of like different personas, I think.
Right.
Like
It's like,
cheerleader.
am I the mean
preppy.
girl?
Yeah.
Am I the
Yeah. No, I've never had it in me to be mean.
No way.
No.
No way.
never.
No, but I definitely have, fought some of them off in my life. Because out there it's rough.
Yeah.
And my mom was kind of an old hippie. Like we lived out in Cuernavaca. And
Yeah.
it was like, we were lake rats.
Yeah.
And so then I made it through, I don't know, maybe a quarter of my freshman year at Westlake. And I said, I can't do this.
Yeah.
It had kind of been a constant. Just there's so much bigger. There was. I hope that it's different out there now and much more diverse and accepting, but I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. Because I don't have any connections.
I don't know
there.
either. Yeah.
But I ended up applying to Huntington, Surrey, and I think I got waitlisted, so I had to start in the spring semester. But my mom let me basically, she was like, you can just make it up in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did summer school to make up the credits for the first half of my freshman year.
Okay.
And I did that at Huntington, and I just did Huntington the whole way through.
Oh, wow.
And if people don't know what Huntington, Surrey is, it is where the teachers who opened the Griffin School all came from.
Okay.
They left Huntington and opened Griffin.
Oh, wow.
And a bunch of, I know the director there was my math teacher.
Yeah.
My junior and senior year at Huntington.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So you got
and it's a great school. It's
yeah.
for kids who just didn't, and I have always felt a little outside of things. I'm just a little shy, a little, I am outgoing and I'm open to people.
Well, when you're comfortable.
When I'm comfortable.
Right.
But I'm very guarded.
Yeah.
And so probably because of those experiences.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
Of course. Of
Makes sense.
course.
Yeah, but Huntington was great for me, and it was such a great education because we had really small classes, one-on-one literature once a week. So I had an hour session once a week with someone who had a PhD in literature from the University of Texas. We had great teachers. They were all highly intelligent, very caring.
Yeah.
And they
When
were all
I went-
curious.
Yes.
Curious.
And it was such a personal connection. So I had some rough times in high school, around the middle of it, just, hormones and
Sure.
things. And
Yeah.
they were very much there for me.
That's great.
And it's why I became a teacher. I
Yes.
remember thinking, this is what I want to do. I want to be.
It's that impactful.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you
So-
are.
incredible.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's it's all, I feel like I'm constantly learning. And I,
Yes.
even now, I've been doing it for so long. And I remember feeling like such a newbie at so many different points in my career because I've changed roles so many times.
Right.
And I'm changing roles this year. I'm moving into SPED. So
Okay.
I'm going to be resource. And I'm so excited.
Oh,
my
I've been
gosh.
wanting it for a few years and it just hadn't, kind of opened up yet where I needed to be. And I'm at a school now that I love. I'm at St. Elmo.
Oh, I love St.
And
Elmo.
it's so small and
Yes.
sweet.
It's a sweet
And the
school.
community is so wonderful and diverse. We have a great staff and I love my team. I'm sad to leave them because we were a great little fourth grade unit.
Yeah.
And I love fourth
Well, I'm
grade.
very
It is my
thankful
jam.
that special ed is getting you.
Yes. Well,
I'm
they had
very
you before
excited.
and then you're coming back.
Yeah.
But let's start at the beginning. So you went to Texas State and you got your degree in.
Yeah, and that my education in college was kind of broken up because, oops, I had a baby.
Yeah.
And I did it slowly because I was kind of paying my own way through college, and I was always working. So I worked at Threadgill's, I worked at Stubbs, I worked at Romeo's, El Arroyo,
Wow.
you name it. I worked at some fun places.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I was also traveling a lot. So I'd work, I'd travel, and school was my side job.
Yeah.
And so when I was 25 and Max came along, I took a little pause, not long, and I went back. And then by the time I graduated, I was 8 months pregnant with Benno.
Yeah.
So I didn't start teaching until I was 29.
So I met you at Zilker.
Yeah.
And tell us, was that the first school you had been at or
No,
after some
I-
teaching? Or
So the boys were,
Yeah.
tiny. Max was preschool and going to the Austin Science and Nature Center to the little preschool there.
Yeah, so cute.
And one of the moms there was like, this school that my kids go to or my older kid goes to, Eden Park Academy, needs subs. It's a small little charter,
Yes.
but it was a public charter.
Right.
Very different from the private charters.
Yes.
And so I was like, yeah, that'd be great. I was subbing in Austin ISD a little and subbing there. So I just started subbing. And then they needed more reading interventionists that were part-time.
Mhm.
And I wanted to work part-time so I could, have
Be there
time
for
with
the
my
boys.
children.
Yeah.
And it all worked out really beautifully. So they trained me in, like reading intervention, like Boost, Blast Splits, that whole reading program. And then I also then took on doing like this math GT thing and developing a GT curriculum for them because they didn't have it. And they wanted to serve that population even though they didn't have to.
Sure.
Because there's like certain regulations with public schools of what you have to provide and not, which is crazy. So I learned a lot about like the legalities of services. And I actually met Tammy Thompson that way because I interviewed her and I was like, what are the best practices? What are you doing? Like, how should I, what do you guys use for screening? Because we didn't have anything in place. So I developed this whole program under the guidance of like my mentor there. She was like our
GT coordinator at the time.
And then at Eden Park, I also had this mentor who was like my supervisor. And I did math pentathlon too.
Oh,
so I'd take the kids, these and it was so much fun.
Oh,
so those were like really fun days in my career and just like learning the ropes and getting to try on different hats.
Oh, that's so, I mean, you really did kind of, you're a jack of all trades, doing it all.
Yeah. And at charter schools, it tends to be like that, especially, I don't know about now, but back then at those smaller like public charters where they were trying to do something a little bit different, but provide service to everyone.
Yes.
And so then I was there and they changed kind of, I want to say management, admin, but they brought on these consultants to help them because like we needed fundraising and money and they ended up kind of taking over and then growing the school. And it just became something that I hadn't signed on for.
Right.
And I was so grateful because also they let me keep those part-time hours. And I was still gaining years with TRS because I was 3/4 time. So it all worked out. And my mom, that was like the second time she had cancer.
Gosh.
And she had breast cancer, 2 different kinds. She had to have a double radical mastectomy. She had to have chemo every week on Fridays. So I was off on Fridays.
Right.
I took her right over here to Texas Oncology every Friday for like a whole school year. Max was in kinder in Renee's class.
Oh.
And Benno was just a little guy he was like part-time St. Mark's, part-time the Nature and Science Center. And, just juggling it all.
You were doing it all.
Wow.
Doing it all. And, so after that, I was in love with Zilker, and I was like, my boys are there. I want to be there, but there's a hiring freeze.
Yes.
And that's when I was competitive to become a teacher. Like, you'd apply, and there'd be like 350 applicants.
Right.
And, I had a little bit of a relationship with Randy, but like not super tight. I just kind of knew him superficially. But he was like, yeah, we'll take you on as a TA. And that worked out too, because I needed that time with my kids while they were young.
Absolutely.
And my mom was still, like, she kicked that cancer's ass. It was amazing. And Texas Oncology, like, big shout out to them. They're amazing. She's still with them. She's a different doctor now, but she's been with him for a really long time. He's just the most caring, sweet, patient
Shout out. Who is it?
Oh my
Dr.
gosh.
DeSellis.
Okay.
That's
nice.
incredible.
Dr. Ruben DeSellis. Yeah, he's amazing. Just so kind. My mom can be a handful, and he handles her so well. And we're just like,
yeah.
yeah. So then, let's see. Where are we?
Holly. So you met up with Randy, but it was very competitive to get in.
And the whole, idea was like, I'll come in, I'll work as a TA for a little bit. I couldn't really afford that. It was like beans and rice diet at my house.
Oh, yeah. Ramen every night.
And, but we were happy. It didn't matter. And, it was great to be where the boys were. And I love the Zilker community so much. I always tell people, like, that experience was, so ideal. It was like utopia.
Yes.
They had great teachers. I loved every single one of their teachers. I just loved the community we had there.
Absolutely.
And, it was a special time.
It was the whole campus.
Lightning in a bottle.
Yes. And all the teachers, it was like everybody's art and passion.
Yeah.
And I learned
Even the
so
parents.
much from so many people there. And had so much support to grow as because I hadn't had like a typical role yet as a classroom teacher. I was really still learning and making mistakes and, also, like, I had a whole year with Matt Garland.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Love him.
And I listened to the podcast with
Marianne.
Marianne. And I was dying laughing because she kept me laughing all the time.
All
And she
the
was
time.
right next door, and we would play pranks on Matt all the time.
Yeah.
And poor thing, we like
Yeah.
probably traumatized. I had this stupid rubber cockroach. He and I were talking about it at the Zilker clap out recently. And I would just terrorize him. With
Oh
it.
yeah.
I'd put it like, in his drawer. I'd throw it in his popcorn snack. He would scream.
Yeah.
I will say
Poor guy. He was definitely pranked on a lot.
the pranks that were going on at Zilker at that time
Oh my
were
gosh.
over the
Marianne
top.
hid under his desk one time and like swiped like a cat at his ankle, and he almost had a heart attack. I was like, this poor man.
Well, because he had such great, honest reactions
I
to
know.
it.
It was so
you
fun.
just
And he
wanted
had
to
that
see
little
it.
the little peeps thing,
Yes.
the little like learning community through the little like
he was so
you know,
cute.
yeah,
Made a little
through
town.
social
Mhm.
stories and stuff.
Oh
I
my
loved
gosh.
all of
Y'all are
that.
turning me into a bear.
Yeah. You're gonna see my bear
You're
come
gonna
out.
see my bear come out.
Don't
He'd
make
play
me
guitar every day. It was
Oh my
so
God.
Just
fun.
walking
So
around in
great.
the
It was great.
Yeah, it was definitely lightning in
Yeah.
a bottle back
Yeah.
It was.
But then, so then the second year I was a TA again, and I was doing some other things.
You're like, we're really tired of ramen, Randy.
And I was like, I
Buddy.
really, and he kind of, he didn't promise me anything, but
Mhm.
basically there was a role that I was kind of cut
Gunning
for,
it, right?
and he said I had a position, and then the numbers didn't make.
I remember
And
this.
then there were like 3 instances where things did not work out the way,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted them to.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to be really like patient and
Yes.
understanding about it. But there were some instances where I just felt like, I'm here. Come on. Like,
Yeah,
let's
and
make
I'm
this work.
good.
yeah. And like I've put
I'm already
in
I have
part of
so
the
much.
family.
yeah.
I'm
And
so much
sometimes
back
it's
in-
like the politics and the, just who fits with who and
Yeah.
whatever. I got over it.
You
because-
did. Yeah.
And I can look back and say, like, he was a great principal. He was
For
so
sure.
funny and weird with his
Yeah.
tooth pulling stuff.
Yeah. He would pull out the kids' loose teeth.
He loved it.
Yeah.
But I remember him like knowing the kids, and I remember Max did really, really well on like the 4th grade writing star. He got like the
Yeah.
perfect score.
Yeah.
And I
It's hard
remember
to do.
him really like giving Max praise and making him feel really proud of
Mhm.
that accomplishment. So, it's always nice when people make your kids feel good.
Yeah. For
Yes.
sure.
So I can look back
Agreed.
and say like, okay. And it was nice to have that chance there. And then it led me to Peas.
Ugh.
And Maya
Oh, yeah.
is the one who got me hooked up with that
I
role.
love her.
And that's a sweet school. It's no longer around, but right? Because it only had like 200 students. But
they voted us closed right before the pandemic hit.
Mhm.
And it was so sad. Everybody fought so hard. And we'd fought before. And like they had fought before I got there. And
Yes.
it'd been this ongoing thing. Just like there are other schools that have constantly been targeted, and some have failed and some have, like Barton Hill's still open. And that's kind of a miracle.
Zilker's always a target.
Yeah. And so I'd seen it, as a parent in the community at other schools. And I think I'd gone to some of those meetings for Zilker
Yes.
as a parent.
Oh, yeah.
When what was her name?
Yeah,
Maria?
Surfing.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. She was just the one that was having to make the hard
Yeah.
I know.
public
Uh-huh.
things happen. And now we're in it.
I
again,
would
so-
never want to be admin.
Oh,
my
gosh.
God.
No way.
I've thought about it several
Yeah.
times. Like, should I go to school? And because I always love my APs the most.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, they're
in the trenches.
Yeah.
with you,
And
right?
like, I would want to, be in that role because you'd really help your teachers.
Right.
Yeah, but then
Um,
you go, oh, this pay is
sometimes-
this, and then this pay is
And then you're doing
this.
kind of the same job.
And you're like, okay,
yeah,
I'll go ahead
I know,
and do
but
it.
my pay is this.
Yeah. So you
Uh,
were at Zilker, you were TA, then you moved to Peas, and what grades?
4th grade.
Fourth
the whole
grade.
time.
I
Oh,
remember
fun.
this.
And I
And,
learned so much at that school, and it was such a wonderful community.
Yes,
I loved it there.
absolutely.
And, I also struggled like we all do. And I was working, like I was going in at 6 a.m. and leaving at 6 p.m. And I was just trying to be like the very best. It was like being a fresh out of college teacher,
yeah,
but I was older and my kids were older. And I brought Benno with me that first year from Zilker. And he was like, he did great. He met some great people, but he was sad. He wanted to go back.
missed his friends.
So I took him back to Zilker. and he got to finish out there, which was great.
Mhm.
And I stayed at Pease. But I ended up getting partnered with a teacher who I think she's still at Small, Christina Kramer.
Mhm.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I learned so much from her. She
Yeah.
is a master teacher.
Mhm.
And just like, I would just watch the way she interacted with the kids, especially like not just her knowledge
Yeah.
of curriculum and the way she taught and the way she planned, but her, like, the way she would get through to kids and teach them, you know, how to act and how to
Yeah.
How to
be
be
kind
human,
and how
yeah.
to be
Part of a community.
self-aware and
Mhm.
just, yeah, I learned so much from her. I always give her huge props. She was definitely, I mean, we were like the same age. We're like an old married couple, and sometimes
Yeah.
I'd annoy her. She'd, you know, whatever. We'd get in our little things. So we were just 2-person team. But I have a lot of love for her.
I love that.
And yeah, so then we closed and we had to like finish out online that year. And
What a terrible
you know,
way to go.
yeah, it was.
Oh,
And I got lucky because my principal recommended me for Patton, and they picked me right up. You know, I interviewed and I got placed on the 5th grade team. I'd not taught 5th grade, and it's so different.
Yes.
I'm like, from 4th grade, you would think it wouldn't be, but
It's
boy.
a huge leap.
And it was online, and we had like, you know, our rosters had like 30 plus kids on them.
It was an impossible task.
And my team was super sweet and supportive, but those 2 years were probably the roughest for me, not just in my career, but also personally. My father
Mhm.
passed away.
Oh.
That like winter, that first winter after, so it was like, and yeah, it was unexpected and sudden. He died in his sleep.
Oh.
And the autopsy said it was bronchial pneumonia and heart failure. And so we don't know. It could have been COVID related.
You don't know, right?
But at that time, there was no real way of figuring that out.
Right.
But yeah, so I took bereavement for an extended time. I
Good.
did not get out of bed for like 3 weeks
Oh gosh.
because it was just
Nelly.
so sudden.
yeah.
And there were just a lot of things going on in my
Right.
life.
When
so,
you had 2 boys in puberty.
yeah.
At that
Yeah.
time.
It's
And
funny
COVID
because-
and all
and
that.
COVID.
Yeah, my boys are so
Reintroducing.
sweet and good and really
Mhm.
like
They are.
they are
Such good kids.
they really are, and they've never really given me any
Mm-mm.
trouble. I mean, you know, they do some of the typical things that teenage boys do,
Sure.
but like, you know, I remember Max, my oldest, being kind of like, you know, more distant and surly at that time, and kind of like, you know, like angsty
Yeah,
teen,
of course.
like wanting to play video games and all that stuff. And now he's like around in that corner, and it just seems like such a distant memory. He's so
Mhm.
sweet
I
and
know.
like he's out fishing all the time this summer
Oh,
when
I
he's not
love
at
that.
home helping his nana, or he's, you know, going out and doing stuff with his friends.
Oh,
Or,
lovely.
yeah. And the boys got me a grill for Mother's Day, so we've been grilling together.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
You're a great boy mom.
It's
A great boy mom.
I can't imagine parenting girls.
Yeah.
It scares me.
Oh,
It's
it's
so funny how
yeah.
Shelly's the same. She's like, oh
It
my gosh,
scares
I
the
couldn't
hell out
imagine
of me.
having.
Yeah, I have nieces and I adore them, and they're so
Yes,
funny and
agreed.
such sweet, beautiful girls. And I just, you know, I love getting like girl time with them, but parenting them would be, because I don't know, I think I would just have a heart attack, especially with the way like girls present themselves now.
Mm.
Yes.
It's just so much.
Oh, it's so
Like,
much.
it's a lot.
It's
You're like,
if
tap that
they're-
down.
I feel like we would be fighting all the
Yeah.
time. I'd be like, you can't wear that and you can't do that.
Yeah. But
And the boys are-
watching Krista Coon with Nora
Yeah.
being so...
We work together now.
I know.
Yeah, I love it.
She's
Yes.
great.
Oh my God, I love her so much. But Nora's just so fancy, fancy pants over
Yeah.
there. And I'm like, that scares
They
the
have some
hell
Yeah,
out of
and
me.
I'm
same
not a
mannerisms.
glittery girl. So
No.
that would be, and plus just like, but I was a wild teenager, so that would
Yeah,
scare
the
me.
feral.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why.
That would
'Cause
scare me to
honestly,
death.
I could not parent myself,
Yeah.
so I don't. That's why the girl scares
Oh,
me.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to learn to parent myself like later.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
And I
still trying
wasn't
to
doing a
figure
good
it
job
out.
of
Yeah,
it in my teen years.
exactly. That's hilarious.
So how did you land at St. Elmo?
Okay, so after Patton, I resigned like at the end of that 2 years, and I was like, I'm gonna find another job outside of teaching. I'm sick of this. I'm like the, you know, low pay abuse, like whatever. They were great, like the admin and the teachers are,
Yeah.
and
I
the
mean, you
parents
just went through COVID. You
but
were
it was just like a
virtual
rough
teaching.
time. And
Yeah.
I also like, it's just a struggle financially. And
Sure.
yeah, my ex, we both chose careers that we were passionate about that aren't like big, there's not a lot of earning potential in horticulture or teaching.
Yeah.
So, we were just like getting by, but I was like, I just like the boys are going to be going to college. And I was thinking about all these things. I was like, I need to like earn more money and try something different. And I did not find a job that summer. By the end of the summer, I was like, who's hiring? And I ended up at Menchaca.
Okay.
And I met some of the best people there.
Agreed.
That
Again,
first year, God, I love the teachers. I mean, I made so many friends there that will be my lifelong friends. They became really important in my life. But the school itself wasn't a good fit. It was too big.
Yeah.
And so it was just too chaotic. But I was there for 2 years.
And
my friend Martha.
It used to be an old community, but now there's so much building
It's a
going
lot
on
of build
down
out
there that
over
is
there.
all
It's huge. They really should have
transplants and
built another
changing
school
so
there.
much.
Well, and they had they were trying to build a really strong dual language program, and they had a lot of international teachers. So I had all these like friends from Spain there, and I got to just meet the most wonderful, dynamic, hilarious, vivacious people there. And my friend Martha was a teacher I met there, and she had to move back to Spain because she had run out of time on her visa. But I went and spent the summer with her last summer,
lovely.
and she's coming to visit soon. So it's like I built these relationships that
are lifelong.
And really important, and were especially important that time in my life.
Oh
So I
my
was
gosh,
going through
that's
some big
so
changes.
lovely.
Yeah. But alas, it was too big.
Yeah.
And I just was like, this is chaos. My nervous system was really like not cut out for that. I need.
Well, you were at Pease, and
I
then you go to
know.
Menchaca
I really,
eventually.
and even
Well,
Zilker
Eden
is kind of a
Park
small
is-
community.
It
Like
is.
it was big, but it felt small and tight.
Yeah.
And also like diverse, but like-minded.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that with Pease. It was like so diverse, but there was a like-mindedness that united everybody. And
Yeah.
it was like,
They
what's
all
best for
chose
the
to
kid.
be there.
Right,
They
yeah.
all chose to be there.
Yes, exactly. And
a
with
choice.
Zilker, it was very much like that at my time there because like we were transfers and most of our
Most of the
friends
friends were transfers,
transfers
right?
too.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I just started kind of hunting around, and I wanted to get back into 4th grade because I did 2nd grade at Menchaca too, and I'd never done that young.
That young. That is not a fit for you.
No, they're so cute, but I was like, my nervous system just could not handle.
I think 4th grade is the sweet spot.
Oh,
and,
it is the
little
best.
9-year-olds are so
I
cute.
love that age so much.
I feel like that's where you fall in love with reading in 4th grade.
right.
Yeah,
I feel like
and just like they're so curious still and sweet.
Yes.
5th grade, I mean, it's like
It's like something took over.
they're like
Yeah.
possessed
Yeah.
by hormones or something.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember I would do these home visits, and when I taught 4th grade, I taught 4th grade for a long time, and I would have kind of some rough kids, and then I'd walk in and I'd see like all their stuffed animals still lined up on their bed, and I'm like, all right, Ruffle, little boy over there, I know what's going on.
yeah.
You have every
Yeah.
stuffed animal you've ever had in your whole life in bed with you. I know what's going on.
Yeah, these last 2
Did you
years.
sleep with Snoopy last night?
I know.
Yeah. Oh, my kids give me stuffed animals and stuff. My 4th graders, because they
cute.
are still like they still own it.
Yeah.
And they're like, we love these
Yeah.
fugglers, and
I know.
they're
They're so cute.
yeah.
So you're like, I got to get back on the 4th.
So these last 2 years at St. Elmo have been wonderful, and I've loved my classes, and they've been really small too,
Nice.
which is really nice.
And
they've
diverse.
also been
It's a very diverse community.
Yes.
My numbers though were kind of crazy though, because like the number of sped kids in my room was like more than half.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, it's really challenging. So then it's like, well, why don't I just do? And I've been SPED certified like the whole time.
Right.
I just hadn't really had a chance to do it.
Right.
I also did bilingual one of the years I was at. They really needed a bilingual teacher. And I am very fluent, but I have not taken that test because it scares me because it's very hard.
It is hard.
It is very hard. And I'm just, I don't think that I'd have to really study to be comfortable.
You need to go visit your friend in Spain again.
I know. But it's that
For a
academic
whole
Spanish
summer.
that I feel like they really need someone stronger
Yeah.
for that.
Right.
For ESL, I'm great.
Right.
I feel qualified and I feel like I can serve the kids. But as a bilingual teacher, like I did my best. I worked really hard for 1 year to try to make it, work, and they needed someone. They couldn't find anyone else. So I was on like a probationary contract for that.
But in your new role as a SPED teacher, you'll be able to communicate with families better.
Yeah, and
So that'll
I've
be
used my
great.
Spanish all throughout my career,
Right.
both in education and waiting tables, and
Yes.
and I studied Spanish and have a minor in Spanish and basically tried to relearn the Spanish that I grew up with as a teenager and in my early 20s because I wanted to, recapture that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's been an ongoing thing, but
I love
you
that.
never
I'm
have enough
excited.
opportunity to
No.
The thing I love about
then
your
I get-
career is you literally have done something everywhere. So
I'm a little bit of a chameleon.
It's
and,
really great.
Yeah, I've just been trying to find my fit. My mom would say like a boll weevil looking for a home.
I think it's going to be perfect. I think you're going to find your passion.
You're
and
gonna
your love
keep
even more.
you're gonna keep looking until you find the spot. And I
Yeah.
love that. I think that's
Well, and I
great.
love fourth grade. I feel like it was my spot, but this is good. I want to try it. I'll be serving fourth and fifth graders.
Oh,
They're
perfect.
students I'm already going to know. So it's
Absolutely.
going to be a really good year to start
Yeah.
where I know this population of kids.
Well, I think it's great that it's you because your own children have gone to middle school, high school, and so you know what the expectations are.
Yes.
As they exit to middle school.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a bonus that you have that knowledge. And then just your sweetheart.
Oh my gosh, I know.
I'm excited for special ed to have you.
I am too.
I'm excited
Welcome.
to get to work with the kids and also to serve the teachers because that's something that I really am mindful about. I'm like,
Yes.
as a classroom, I kind of feel like all special ed teachers should have to serve in the classroom
Absolutely.
before. Just like I feel like admin should have to serve in the classroom for longer than 3 years. I have a lot of opinions about who's like
Agreed.
Me too.
Agreed.
I
about the
agree with
time
you.
spent. But yeah, I'm very excited. And one of the things that people are always like, oh, I bet dealing with parents is so hard. And I'm like, that has not been an issue for me in my career because I have so much empathy for the parents.
Absolutely.
Even when they're being kind of, quote unquote, difficult or
But you just have to come at it
demanding.
from their advocate
right.
of
I'm
their
like,
kid.
we all they just want something for their child.
Yes.
Like, let's figure out what this is and how do we soothe their, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
soothe them
as
and,
a parent of a loved one with disabilities, you can tell the nature of an educator immediately, and you're one of them, is that it's all love and heart.
Yeah,
And so
we all
then
want what's best for those
that
babies.
disarms the parent. It's like, my kid's safe.
Yeah.
And and the other parents are like, well, you should be asking for this and this and this and this and this. And it's like, no, my kid is safe and happy right now. That is the goal.
Yeah.
That is,
Enough is said. Yes.
that is half of the desire for education, is that they love learning, they love going to school, they enjoy each other, and there's a sweet connection.
Yeah, there has to
Absolutely.
be
That's so important.
that community and family, really.
Agreed.
I start my year with building that kind of family bond with the kids.
Absolutely.
And also they are there for each other too.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So that
We're
they're
a
not
family.
picking on each other.
Exactly. We're a
Yeah.
family. Jody taught that so well in her class. It
I was
like,
really into that.
these are my people. Do not mess with my people.
Yeah.
They're my
Sometimes
family.
some of my kids would go a little crazy about it. Like, hey, you're messing with so-and-so.
yeah.
We're all and
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, wait. Okay, let's all be
We're all
advocates,
family.
but
Yeah.
we don't have to
Yeah, my
have, a
classes
gang
tend to
up.
be very bonded though.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This is going to be
I
a great
love that.
adventure.
Oh, I'm so
when you're
excited for
not,
you.
I feel like I refound my love for teaching.
Yeah.
Since I got to St. Elmo, actually, because it kind of reminds me of Peas.
Yes.
So it's like there's this like
A small
spark
community school.
that's kind
right.
of and
Yes, it
I'm
is.
just I'm going through all the changes of like my
Yeah.
late 40s and trying to like carve out this
Yeah.
peaceful little life for myself.
And empty
Do you
nesting.
live close? Do you live close?
I live
to
so close to my school.
Oh, love
I
it.
love
Yeah.
that.
I only had one trick or treater though, because I'm right on the line between my school and
Is it
Jocelyn?
Jocelyn.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm so glad y'all's memories are better than mine. I'm like,
Well,
I'd be like racking my brain.
we
for-
just lived
ever.
here for so long.
I want to go back to this if you don't mind. I know this is a tender subject, but it's been brought up a lot. Is that growing up Hispanic, or and being taught to
kind of
hide it, if
Hide
you
it or
Oh
overly
yeah, no,
assimilate.
definitely. I was like, I felt shamed.
It's
and it's-
terrible.
and it wasn't
It's
from
really
your
tricky,
It
too,
wasn't your
because-
family that was shaming. It
No.
was the community.
No, but
Mhm.
my mom is a blonde, blue-eyed beauty from Laredo whose heritage is like Scotch-Irish
Mhm.
and French and Spanish. And she might have a little bit of Mexican heritage. I didn't inherit any of that, actually. Like when we did the DNA test, I was like, oh, my inheritance is from my dad. He was Colombian.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so anyway.
So not even Mexico. You're South America.
But my mom will say, like, if you ask her, she's like, I'm Mexican. And I
Okay.
always am like, she identifies as Mexican.
Yeah.
She
She
loves her
identifies as-
Mexican culture and heritage
Yes.
from being, multi-generational Laredoans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, just really like loving that connection when we were right on the border, and like, we love
Yes.
Mexico.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Same.
And all of Latin culture from
Agreed.
continent. It's like it's so beautiful and so vivacious and like just so family oriented, and there's so much beauty to it.
Mhm.
But people really, still, and especially right now, like there's this whole climate of like bigotry that's just
No.
so divisive and hateful, and
Yeah. We don't need that.
But I really
We need
experienced like
love.
some real bullying. Like, I won't get into some of the
Terrible.
like particulars, but it was bad. Like I was physically bullied and verbally bullied constantly through high school
That's terrible.
and called all kinds of slurs all the time. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And so, I was kind of like almost afraid of admitting that I was Hispanic.
Gosh.
Yeah. And so getting away from those connections was so important for me. So when I was about 17, I really cut myself off from all the people that I had associated with because they were all kind of tied to it, even though like my friends weren't also a lot of my friends' parents would like say very bigoted things innocently.
Mm.
Like they didn't know the damage
Yeah.
they were doing because they'd crack little jokes and make little remarks and like, I don't know.
It's so gross.
It was a difficult thing, and it really affected my self-esteem.
Mhm.
And then I realized like, oh, this is an asset. Like,
Yeah.
Huge asset.
yeah, like why am I so scared of this? It's because I've been, told that this is a bad thing, that this is,
I'm
like,
glad you
less
get to
than.
embrace it.
Yeah. And my mom never really knew. So she didn't like
She didn't
would have said,
experience
she
that.
would have like I was afraid because my mom's something else. Like,
Yeah.
she would have been up in everybody's faces and up
Right.
in arms.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one of my siblings who looks a little bit more Latina. Like my siblings are all like light-eyed and light-haired, and whenever I have this one family picture of the four of us, I'm like, one of these things is not like the other, because I just look so dark in that picture. But I posted it one time, and I don't post a lot. I'm pretty private,
Mhm.
and everyone was like, "Oh yeah." They pointed out my redheaded sister.
Ugh.
And they were like, she's the odd one out because she's kind of standing apart from us, and she was like kind of goth at that time.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I didn't mean her. I meant me.
They're like, this one?
Yeah. And I'm like, no. But we are like a little rainbow. So,
Well, that's lovely. then.
yeah, we all look very different. We all have super different personalities. We're really close. And I love that about you guys.
Yes.
That, y'all are so close.
Yeah.
I love
Family's
my siblings
everything,
so
yeah.
much.
But
They are Yeah.
What
my
would
best
you
friends.
recommend? Because we grew up in South Austin, and it was very diverse, and we didn't experience that.
We did not.
We did not.
Yeah.
And so
And we embraced everybody. We
embraced
loved everybody.
Yeah.
And it was probably the reverse. There was probably more
They were probably
Hispanic
like-
kids, and we were the only
Yeah.
the 5.
And
white kids.
their families
Yeah,
might
and
have been
I
like, don't
live
hang
in
out
that
with those
area now.
Sylvie
I know,
sisters.
don't hang
I
out with
know.
those stories. We got that a lot for sure.
Yeah.
But what would you say? I mean, I hate to say it this way, but what would you say to the other community members going? Why? I don't understand this. I
It's
don't-
very
Yeah.
baffling.
It's
too.
I mean,
so, I'm so
One, it
baffled
was a
by
different
it.
time, but I do think, like, again,
I mean, this was
peop-
in the 80s. This
Yeah.
isn't the 70s. This is the 80s.
yeah, but and I do think there's like a resurgence of bigotry that's
Sure,
kind
of
of
course.
ignited
course.
across the nation and the world.
Mhm.
But I would say, sometimes it's like, being PC is hard and like kind of lame to have to be PC all the time and never crack a joke. But sometimes you really have to be careful, because even my ex-husband, he's Anglo, and he never meant any harm in cracking a joke here or there, because like people just say things sometimes without really knowing.
Right.
Or people just in general, like my friends' parents growing up, they loved me, I know they did,
Yes.
but they would just make little comments like, oh, like about the way I would say certain words, and my accent was like different when I moved here from Laredo. I don't have it at all anymore. There's like a distinct Laredo accent.
Mhm.
And it's funny when my mom goes back, she like it kind of comes back
Yeah.
up.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just recognizing what you're saying and really thinking about it first,
Mhm.
Yes.
and not just saying comments flippantly that you think might not be hurtful. Because those are really impactful for young people, and they hear it.
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
hear everything, and they internalize it, and they wonder like if there's something wrong with them, or if there's or if they're
Yes.
different. That feeling of
Exactly.
like I'm
Different.
different, I'm outside, I do not fit in.
Yes. And I'm seeing women in their 60s and stuff, and it's still in their backpack. They're
Yeah.
still carrying this.
Well, and there's a
And it's
there's a
on
flip
both
side to this
sides.
too.
It's
I
like-
felt for a long time that I'm outside. I'm not quite Anglo. I'm not quite Latina enough. I'm like, what the
Yes.
hell am I?
Yeah.
And I'm such a hodgepodge of things. Like when I did do my DNA
Oh my land,
ancestry thing,
But you're not even
it is
I mean, you're
crazy.
Latino, but you're not Hispanic. Your dad's from Colombia.
yeah, yeah. I mean, he, yeah.
You just
well,
lived in
actually, so my
Laredo.
dad
You
was
lived
born in Manhattan. Both of his parents were from Colombia.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's like, I don't know enough about my dad's side's family
Yeah.
history, because like
But
my
Laredo-
grandmother didn't want to talk about it. My grandfather passed away before I was ever born,
Mhm.
and he's like, it's very like taboo talking about my grandfather's history. So
Oh.
maybe a little
Cartel
stuff. Yeah, no, for real.
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, Colombia.
yeah. Yeah, and I wish I knew more or had written things down that he told me, because I can't remember.
Yeah.
And then it's like my mom is a really great storyteller, but I don't always know if it's all 100% factual, even
Yeah.
though sometimes I'm like, wow, your memory is crazy good for 81.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
It's the short-term stuff that starts to go when
Yes.
they're older.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shift gears a little.
Yeah.
So now you're entering into your empty nesting
Mhm.
phase. What are things that you're hoping to do in this next, chapter?
It's your time.
I know.
Another
And that's hard to embrace,
time.
because like I live for my kids.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And your students.
So I've been cooking more, but
Mhm.
also relaxing more when I need to, and trying to recognize that. And I go to therapy. I'm a huge proponent of
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
I go like bi-weekly now. So just like doing things for myself. And I'm going through all the
Self-care.
perimenopause stuff and just trying to figure that out and navigate like how to feel good
Absolutely.
mentally, physically, emotionally in my body at this stage of my life. So I swim at Barton Springs or Deep Eddy like 4 or 5 times a week.
Great.
I go to yoga during the school year, like 2 or 3 times a week. Right now, I'm going like 5 times a week.
Oh, my land. How beautiful.
And I just sweat it out. I go to Black Swan, and the community there is also so lovely.
Is it a little culty?
I've drank the Kool-Aid, so no,
it's not culty.
all the teachers are different, which I really like. So each class has like a different feel to it, and I've kind of found the teachers that work for me. Well, no, it all is though. I mean, yoga can be like a little culty, but I really like the
It's a good
physicality
cult.
of it.
It's a good
Yes.
cult.
Yeah, and it's just so good for you.
Yes.
Yes.
It is hot yoga, and when I first went, I hated it. I thought I was going to throw up. I walked out of a couple of classes, and sometimes I'd leave and I'd be so red that people would be like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "I'm fine." But now I've like acclimated to it, and I sweat my life out, but I don't get as red
Such a
anymore. My body is
cleanse.
like gotten
Really acclimated.
accustomed to it, and it is so good for you. So I'm dealing with all that. I'm on hormone therapy. I actually just found out yesterday, and these are like very private things, but I'll talk about that. I probably have to have a hysterectomy. So I'm actually meeting with the surgeon next week to consult about that. And I've been running from it. Like I was supposed to have the hysterectomy for fibroids November of 24.
Wow.
And I called the hospital the morning of at 5 a.m. I was like, I'm not going. I'm scared. I don't want to do it.
Well, but it
just
sounds
feels
like you're
being
doing all the
castrated.
Yeah.
Like
it's pretty scary.
Yeah, it really is. And it wasn't like I didn't have anything that was like critical in terms of like cancer or something that needed to be removed.
Yeah.
But it's more of a quality of life thing because I have fibroids and I have oh my God, why can't I think of it? I have the other thing.
Well, it just sounds like it makes your life harder. So you're looking
It's
at
interfering.
It's interfering. Yeah.
So I've just dealt with
With
all
family
those like
history,
female
too. Yeah.
issues forever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
And-
endometriosis.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay.
Sorry, I have
Okay.
A
I
lot
have
of scar
endometriosis.
tissue,
I've had it for like
Oh.
just since I don't even know when. I didn't get diagnosed till I was like 30,
Oh, wow.
and I had probably had it for a long time
Yeah.
and dealt with painful, heavy
Yes. it's
cycles,
terrible.
and
Yeah.
it was.
And I want to say that, I mean, you lived with it, but our gyno said if you have pain during your menstrual cycle, that is not normal.
Yeah.
Like to that
Although
level.
I feel like
Pain. We thought
it's
it was
not normal, but it
normal.
is so normal for. I mean, so many of us experience
Yeah.
it. I
Exactly.
hardly know any women who,
Yeah.
and they're the lucky ones.
I know.
You're so lucky.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, I love that you do all
Thank you
these
for
things that
sharing
are
this. Thanks
taking
for your
care of
self-care.
yourself. Yeah, that's
yeah.
incredible.
I mean, I'm trying to make sure that I have a full life because I think that is good for my children too.
Agreed.
And
yeah, for sure.
yeah, and just making the most of it. It's
Yeah.
like there've been a lot of years where I didn't have boundaries that I needed to have, or I didn't prioritize that self-care, and so I'm kind of trying to grab onto that and
So great.
take care of myself.
That's
But with the perimenopause stuff and being on hormones, I've gained weight, and it's like a struggle, and so about to start, like, I'm going to add weightlifting, and I really don't like it. And I hate gyms. I'm going to try doing it at home.
yeah.
I'm actually going to go to like that secondhand sporting goods store
Sure,
later.
yeah.
'Cause
Play it again.
I have like 5-pound weights and one 8-pound weight, but I'm going to get a couple of 10-pounders.
Yeah. And then
So-
just find a 30-minute video or a 20-minute
Yeah,
video.
I found some 20-minute
That's all
ones.
you
I was
gotta
actually
do. Yeah.
talking to some friends. You
'Cause
know,
I'm the same about gyms. I go, I don't know.
Yeah.
And my ADHD will not let me focus enough if there's a lot of external.
yeah. I actually,
Things
that's why I
going
like a
on.
class, because
Yeah.
if someone is telling me what to do,
Yeah.
I'll follow that.
I can follow a class. Yes.
But at home, I'm probably going to do like 10 minutes and be like, oh, I need to go, fold that laundry, or like do this. I'm going to go prep something for dinner. Yeah, I'm so ADD.
So where are your
Thank you.
favorite places to go around Austin that you like?
Okay, I will say,
Black Swan.
Yeah.
Other than Black Swan.
Barton Springs,
Barton
Yes,
Springs.
yes, of course.
Deep Eddy.
Yes.
I love Austin,
Yeah.
and I enjoy it.
I
Like,
love it.
I'm not like, of course there are places that I'm sad that are gone.
Thread
Yeah.
gills.
And like, well, yeah, I worked there for 4
know.
years. I love it.
When
I
you
heard
said
they're putting a
Dragon-
Bartlett's.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they are.
And I'm real excited to try
Me
that.
too.
I haven't been to the one that used to be Houston's.
That's right here. Yeah.
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 I used to go to Houston's with one of my aunts.
Yeah.
My
Back in the day.
dad's sister who would come and visit me
Yeah.
here in Austin, and she'd take me to Houston's and we'd get prime rib.
Yeah.
I was like, yum.
Yeah.
I love going out and trying new restaurants.
Mhm.
I have a fantastic group of girlfriends. They are the most hilarious, intelligent,
Will you name
vivacious,
them?
vibrant group of women. Yeah, I mean,
Name
I love
them.
it.
Shout out. Shout out.
Oh, like my friend Adriana, Melissa. She owns Mint Hair Salon. Go to Mint.
Mhm.
They're wonderful. Her sister Michelle. They're like you guys. They're like besties. We all hang out together. My friend Evie. She's been a rock for me. I mean, I could just name so many women in my life.
Squad. Yay.
Yeah, my friend Corey, and they're like family. All of these
Yes.
women,
Love that.
and like we have, like, yeah, with some of them we're our kids are friends, and some of them it's like other connections. But we have a big group of girls that we sometimes take trips together. We do girls' dinners, sometimes at one of our houses. Sometimes we'll go to a restaurant. It took us forever to get into Sammy's, and it was such a thing to like get a reservation that we could all go to.
Yes.
We ended up having to do like a real early bird dinner.
Yeah.
But it's just so much fun to
It
have
is
that
fun.
community with other women.
Agreed.
Yes.
Yeah,
Agreed.
so-
versus
Essential. It's an
Yeah.
essential.
Yeah. Gosh, there's just so many places that I love. I'm always trying to find new.
But it's great that you're
restaurants
trying
and
new
stuff.
and there's a new restaurant there's like 5 new
I've
restaurants.
been really
every
into
week.
all the St. Elmo stuff lately,
Uh-huh.
like some of the trailers and trying some of that food. There's a Palestinian place that I really like that does like
Lovely.
they do a shawarma.
Yes.
So good with like spicy fries.
So lovely.
Yeah, and then I don't know. So just going out to eat and
Hanging with your
I went to the
girls.
Greenbelt yesterday. I was
I know. I was going to ask about
I did
Tree
the
of
Hill of Life.
Life.
I did that with my friend Miriam, who's also one of my people, and her son went to Zilker also, and he and Benno, my youngest. I realized I haven't said Benno's name a lot. I've like talked more about Max.
No, that's okay.
But Benno's like 18. He's probably
No.
more private at
Yeah.
this point. But he and Jack are best friends since before pre-K, and they were in
Aw.
Irizarry's class together, and they were together like throughout the whole thing, and
Aw.
they're like brothers.
Yes.
And I just imagine them as like little old men sitting on a porch together. But I went with Miriam. We walked down that dang hill of life and then had to walk back up it. We sat in these little pools. It was so nice. And I was a little iffy about getting in the water because I just think about like all the runoff and stuff now, and I
Yeah.
worry about the environmental pollution and like submerging. I was like closing my ears when I went in.
Yeah.
Don't
want it in any
I don't
of
want
your
an ear
orifices.
infection.
Yeah.
But it was lovely and it was worth it. And I hadn't been down there in a while.
Yeah, I haven't been
'Cause,
done.
I
haven't
do
done Hill of
frequent
Life.
Barton Springs and Deep Eddy, and it's a pain. Like going to Barton Springs is often a pain.
It's
Like
a
some people would
challenge.
wonder
You
if
gotta
it's
want
worth it.
You gotta want it.
But I am lucky. I have like good juju with the parking.
She does.
I have like I've just kind of developed a
You
way, and
have
I'm
it.
not going to give it away.
No.
Don't give it away.
But
Because
I
you-
just
you-
feel like
you
you
keep
know
that
you gotta
in the
have
gate.
patience. You gotta have to you gotta will it.
You gotta have
Yes. You start manifesting when you
Oh,
get
yeah.
in a car.
Yes, I do. I'm
It's
literally like,
oh, I hope I get a
I'm gonna
front
only have
row
to do like
parking
one.
spot.
I'm only gonna have to do one lap around that lot.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna be backing out. Yeah. And I also go times of day that I know won't be quite as busy. Like
yes.
when I get out of school, I go in the winter too now.
Yeah.
I go right at 3:30. Like I have my swimsuit in the car, I'll like change in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I just make myself a little curtain out of the doors.
Yeah. There
And
you go.
that way I can beat any crowd as the weather warms up. It's pretty
Right.
dead in the winters.
Yeah.
But so right after school or like later in the evening.
It's your happy place.
But you got to go before the free time because then it gets busy again. There's like
Mhm.
little pockets.
Yes.
I'm giving away all my secrets.
It's okay.
Um,
It's okay.
but I also love Deep Eddy, and sometimes that's what I want. Is like
Yes.
a more refined swim in a concrete pool.
It sounds like you're living like a really lovely
I love
best
it.
life.
Yeah,
it seems like you're in that next
it's
like
also dealing with all the real life stuff at the same time. And
of course.
the boys are double, going to college at the same time for 1 year. And I'm like, oh, Lord, let's get through this.
Oh,
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
You start selling blood.
Yeah. I'm like, I need a second job. Yeah. I did have
You're getting on the fans only.
The fans.
You're like, just my feet.
Yeah. Yeah. We were talking about before we recorded hating pedicures.
Yeah.
I have to be on the bare toes. Yeah. I heard that's a thing.
It is.
I actually just read an article from the New York Times about people who are on OnlyFans and like how they got into it and like how they're like their lives. And it was really interesting. And,
It's fascinating.
It
There's
is
a new podcast
fascinating.
about it.
and I have no judgment. I'm like,
No way.
such a,
You do you.
Hey.
yeah, I'm like to each their
As
own.
long
like,
as whatever you're doing doesn't hurt anyone,
yeah,
I'm
and as long as
okay.
you are being kind
If
to other
somebody
people,
wants to- if
you
somebody-
do you.
You do you.
I don't care.
If somebody-
I have no
if-
be a
about it.
freak.
If somebody wants to buy your socks that you wore yesterday, by
Yeah.
all means, sell
Did you
them.
guys watch Margot Has Money Trouble?
Yes.
It's so good. Yeah. I just listened to the podcast from Amy Poehler
Oh,
with
hilarious.
Nick Offerman,
Yeah.
and it was so
oh
good.
my God, he's so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
Okay, we have 2 more things, but before we let you go, can you tell us, other than your family,
other
we
than
know.
other than your beautiful squad.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are your 3 mad loves?
My 3 mad loves. Oof. Barton Springs.
Yes.
Yeah. Good food.
Yes.
And being with people.
Oh.
Yeah. I am a people person. I do need to make myself sometimes have that alone time and be okay being myself, but I love being around other people and talking with people and
Yeah.
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's
So community,
Oh,
I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Community's
Yeah.
everything.
So
for
water,
sure.
food,
Yes.
and people.
And people.
And air.
Oh,
air.
yeah.
Water, food,
Yeah,
people.
I'm definitely a water baby. It is like at the top. I mean, it makes Austin worth living in. Like I love having Barton Springs and Deep Eddy.
Oh my life.
Yeah.
It's life.
I even
for
went
sure.
to Big Stacy the other day because
Oh,
I
yeah.
knew that Barton was going to be really crowded and Deep
Yeah.
Eddy's deep side was closed for some renovation stuff they were doing. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go to Big Stacy. But I could smell the chlorine on me even after a shower. And I was like, that's why I don't do it.
Yeah.
It wrecks me.
You want it
I
all
haven't been to
natural.
Big Stacy in like
Yeah.
30 years.
Chlorine just makes me itch so bad. I'm
Yeah.
not
Too.
like
I have an allergy.
I would
too.
swim in chlorine pools if I could, but it's like
My,
hard
and then
on
your
me.
skin just dries. You know,
It was like my hands smelled like
Yeah.
it for like
everything.
like almost 24 hours after.
Oh,
You're like,
It's
did
so
somebody
weird.
scrub me with Clorox?
Yeah.
so that's why you went downhill of life.
Yeah.
You were like, I need to get rid of the smell. Of
Oh,
chlorine.
yes, yeah.
And you got
Yeah.
another
Well,
smell.
and Miriam was so sweet. She packed us a little picnic. So we had sandwiches and chips.
Well, Nellie, when you find some new places, will you text us? Because we love to try
Yeah.
new places.
Yeah, we'd
Well,
love,
and I
we'd
was
love
so
to
nervous
join your
about coming and doing
squad.
the podcast. I was like, I'd rather do happy hours. So we have to do happy hours.
Yes, for sure.
We'll come to St. Elmo. I love St. Elmo.
Oh, me too.
Okay.
Texas.
Yeehaw.